and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to chit chat about some super fun holiday traditions that even though Christmas is only a week away, you guys can implement most, if not all, of these traditions this year because, as you know, 2020 can use as much Christmas magic as we can get. So let's get right on into it. So I have my phone here with my handy dandy list because as I was going through all of the traditions that we do, there's just so many and I didn't realize it. So of course there are just so many Christmas sweets that you guys can bake during the holidays, but we have a couple recipes that we only do during the holidays and it makes them super, super extra special. So one of those is Gingerbread Men, of course. You guys know I love Gingerbread Men and they are just so much fun to decorate and you can kind of make it a little activity for the family or you can use them as gifts. And then I also only make my homemade toffee around this time of year and man, Will has been requesting that for forever. I really need to make it. I just haven't had time this year. So maybe pick a recipe or two you only make during December and just the whole family knows it is Christmas time. And then when I was little, my mom used to make a happy birthday Jesus cake. We would put candles and sing to him. And I think that's just a really fun tradition if you have kids especially. And then also on Christmas Eve, my mom would make this big old punch bowl of Christmas punch. And I'll have to link the actual recipe below, but I think it was just 7-Up, limeade, and lime sherbet. But we felt super fancy as kids in our little punch cups. And of course now as adults, we just spike it with some tequila or vodka and we love it just the same. Christmas breakfast. This is a big one in our house. My mom growing up always made an egg casserole and so did Will's mom and they call it Bunky's breakfast at his house. I'm not sure if that's the actual term, but I will link the recipe down below. It's delicious and we just have that once a year on Christmas. So it's a little special breakfast. I know a lot of families do cinnamon rolls and different fun things that they don't normally get throughout the year. And then also in the food category, I guess you could put Christmas mugs. Get yourself a Merry Christmas mug. It just puts you right in the mood when you have that hot chocolate or that coffee in the morning. And also candy canes. Guys, I seriously love candy canes. I probably buy 3 boxes a year and eat most of them or all by myself. I just remember as a kid, I would have my candy canes while we watched all of our Christmas movies and I would make like super sharp points, you know, like a little sword with it, or I would pull the wrapper down and make little steps. I don't know. Does anyone even know what I'm talking about? I'm not sure, but candy canes are a huge tradition for me. I always hang them on my tree and just eat them up all December. One thing that I added to my list was hot chocolate bombs. I've never made these, but my friend Jazzy told me about them this year and they look so delicious. I drink hot chocolate every December, so I need to make these hot chocolate bombs. And then the last thing I have on my food list are Christmas crackers at dinner. And not legitimately crackers, but the little wrapped tubes and you twist them open or crack them open and there's a little gift or a little game or something inside. And these are just a little fun thing to do at dinner and kids really love it. I know I loved it growing up. I'm pretty sure it was a British tradition. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't know. But my stepdad is British and I'm pretty sure that came from his traditions. So, okay, next up we have decorating. And I'm sure all of you guys decorate, but there's a couple little things that I like to do that just make it extra fun. And you're probably gonna disagree with me on the first one, but I do not decorate until after Thanksgiving. I feel like it's just extra special to have it for that one single month of December. So we put it up the day or the weekend after Thanksgiving, and then we take it down after New Year's. But one thing that I guess it's not really a tradition, but it's something that I think makes decorating more magical and can transform your space is to add little fairy lights everywhere. Because you know, you have your lights on your tree, but if you put them on your fireplace or on your table, it's just magical. See, Bonnie agrees. She's walking by. I don't know if you see that little tail go by. And then as far as buying decorations, we like to get one thing outside and one thing inside every single year. So this year we got like a $10 thing to add on outside. So inside we spent a little bit more money and focused on our mantle. So if you guys saw my decorate with me, I got my garland, stockings, and those little fairy light circle things. But it's just kind of fun to get one thing a year and your decorations just grow, and then you have a nice little display over the years. And then the next one I know is super duper popular, and that is to get a new ornament every single year. And I actually had quite a few traditions wrapped around ornaments growing up. My mom, of course, got us the sentimental, baby's first Christmas and things like that. And then my grandma every year would take us to the store and we would pick out our very own ornament. And at my grandma's house, she had her big main tree, and then she had a kid's tree where we displayed all of our Christmas ornaments. And once we got older, we of course took them to our own home and actually have many of them on my tree still today. And then my godparents actually used to gift me a little angel ornament every year. So when I graduated high school and moved out, I had 18 angel ornaments and my tree was full. Nowadays, Will and I get one single ornament as a couple and we alternate. I gift him one, he gives me one. And it's actually kind of funny because the first one he got us, he forgot to order. So he got it on super sale the next year. But this one, it just says Our First Christmas 2015. And then the next year, because he forgot this year, he got the next year too. And he actually made this one. And this one says House Sloop, because this is the year we moved in together. And then dangling in the middle, if you guys can see that, is a ring. It was kind of like, we didn't call it a promise ring. We called it a placeholder ring because we talked about getting engaged. It just wasn't the right time yet. So my placeholder ring is dangling in the middle there. And we got, ooh, I caught it, guys. But then there are the dates from when I had this ring to when we got engaged, which was during this year. And then the following year, it was my turn and we just moved into our first house. So we got this cute little fireplace ornament that looks exactly like our fireplace. The next year we got married, which sadly we just broke this ornament this year and it is so sad, but I ordered a new one off Etsy. Could be here any day now, but I will pop up a picture of what it looked like. It was just a picture of us at our wedding and it's in a little see-through bulb, so you put it in front of one of the Christmas lights and it just glows, and it was really pretty. Will did a perfect job picking that out. And then last year, 2019, was my ornament year, and it was a hard year, guys, because we didn't have anything big, no wedding, no new house. We didn't know what to do the ornament as. But we had always called that year our building year because we were paying off the little bit of debt we had. Like I paid off my car, we were finishing the renovations on our house. So we called it our building year. So I got this little under construction little ornament. So we'll see what ornament Will comes up with this year. Okay, let's see. Walks. So Will and I walk almost every night during December when we're not too busy. This year it's been rough, but we really try to go every night, and you can't really do this one this year, but we like to start going on December 1st and we see the little light displays pop up, and it's just fun to be walking down your street and you're saying, oh my gosh, that one's new, or this wasn't here yesterday, or we should get that next year. I really like that idea. And we just walk around and hang out and just make little fun memories. There's actually one thing we do every single time we go for a walk during Christmas time. As we turn the corner coming back to our house, one of us, without fail, either Will or I, will go, oh my gosh, look at that house. Look at that house. It is gorgeous. Oh, and the other one will respond and we'll have a little banter. And it's our house every time, but that's just a fun little thing that we do. Kind of along the same lines as going for a walk, we go for little sleigh rides in the car. We get all bundled up as much as we can in Florida, but we get all bundled up if it's chilly and make some hot chocolate and bring some candy canes along. And we roll down the windows, we get the wind in our face like we're on a sleigh ride, pump that Christmas music up, and we just drive around looking for different lighting displays. And man, over the years, we have found like 5 or 6 amazing houses that we go to every single year now, and it's just a fun little tradition to try and find another one. If you feel like you're not finding those amazing houses, Go on your city's website. A lot of cities or even neighborhoods sometimes have different contests, and they will list the addresses of the winners. And one year we stumbled across a winner, and that's how we found out, and we searched it, and it was like a little scavenger hunt to find the best houses. Alrighty, so now on to gifting, which I'm not gonna go too much in depth on because in my wrapping video, I told you guys how I like to wrap and, color code and make little games out of wrapping gifts. So if you want to see that, you can check it out. I'll put it in the cards up above. One tradition around gifts that I've never done, but I think it's really cool, is making different categories for your gifts. So one really popular one is something you want, something you need, and something you read. So everyone gets one of each, and everyone gets the same amount of gifts. And if you're on a budget, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to me. And then this isn't really a tradition, but I start making a list of what I think people will want at the beginning of the year. Well, I guess at the end of the year technically, because every single year Will always mentions like 2 days after Christmas, oh, I think I'm gonna go get this, or I want this. And I'm like, dude, we just had Christmas. So I add it to his list, and then a year goes by, and in December, I reevaluate, and a lot of times he's shocked at what I remember. So I just keep a little hidden notes on my phone. And then this one's not really a tradition either, but opening gifts on Christmas morning. I know a lot of families just kind of like pile the gifts around the person and like everyone goes at the same time. I really like how my family, opens one gift at a time. You kind of conversate about the gift. You can explain it to the person that you gifted it to. Hi, Bonnie. She keeps coming by. She's just loving me tonight. Yes, I know, Bonnie. But it's just kind of fun to share that time together, and that feels more about giving than getting. When you get to see how happy that person is, if that makes sense. I don't know, Bonnie distracted me. Come on, Bonnie. Messing up my flow. Okay, I'm definitely hopping all over this list, so let's see. Okay, Christmas Eve. So I've already mentioned the punch that my mom would make every year, but also on Christmas Eve, she would wrap a gift for each of us, and it was always, always, always matching Christmas pajamas. It was always so fun to see what the theme or the color was that year and just get all dressed up and hang out together as a family for the rest of the night. And some years she would wrap a game or something to play. So if you have little ones, maybe a book to read, a movie to watch. Oh, actually that's really fun. Maybe do a little gift basket with movies, popcorn, candy, and make it a whole Christmas Eve shebang. Actually, that leads me right into the movie and music portion. And for me personally, I don't watch any movies or listen to any music until after Thanksgiving. It's kind of the same with decorating for me. I want the holidays to feel like the holidays. I don't want it to be drawn out. I want to smash my joy all into this month and just soak it all in and enjoy it as much as I can. But maybe you can make it a tradition to have a big movie marathon with your family, or maybe you watch one specific movie on Christmas Day. But what my family always did was on Thanksgiving, after we were all fed and full, we would sit down and watch Christmas Vacation, which is just such a hilarious movie. We seriously quote it all the stinking time. All the time. Actually, if you guys like that movie, comment down below your favorite quote because there's just so many good ones. But we watch that every Thanksgiving, and it just puts us right into the Christmas spirit, and it's kind of an unspoken rule that you just don't watch it any other time of the year other than on that one specific day. And we haven't done that tradition in a couple years, so I definitely need to bring that one back. That was a good one for sure. All right, this one might be my favorite. I don't know. But growing up on Christmas morning, we weren't allowed out of our rooms until the parents woke up and told us that Santa came. But instead of just wandering in and say, okay, it's time, they would blast, and I mean blast, Christmas music. Sometimes they would get out the pots and pans and run around the house, and it would just be like, oh my gosh, it is time. It is time. And it would get everyone pumped and excited to go see what Santa brought them. And even as a teenager, when I got older, it was just still just still so much fun to rock out to Christmas music at like 6:30, 7 a.m. because no one can ever sleep. But probably one of my favorites. And then of course seeing Santa, an advent calendar. I know a lot of people do Elf on the Shelf now if you have kids. Pretty much wraps up my list for you guys, but just have fun with it. You can really make anything a fun Christmas tradition. Play some charades, Christmas style. That actually sounds so much fun. Decorate some cookies and have a contest, just do all of the things. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and join the family. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.